Hello, everyone, and welcome. Today, I am honored to be with Her Holiness Satya Sai Ma. Sai Ma is like no other teacher, leader, or public figure in the world today. Revered as the embodiment of the Divine Mother in India, Sai Ma travels the globe as a bright beacon of love and compassion, constantly sharing her love and her light to all to transform and uplift humanity while working tirelessly to alleviate pain and suffering. Om Jai Jai Sai Ma, Satya Sai Ma. So, what a blessing to have you here with us.
Blessings to all of you in your greatness. I'm delighted to be with you.
So, Ma, can you share with us why did you come to the planet at this time? How did you make that decision?
Ooh, decision, no. There's a little resistance, let's say. Master did ask, Master mean Jesus, Joshua wanted me to come, and I said no. And he expressed how when I will take incarnation, it will be a very important phase on planet Earth for the sacred feminine. And because Master at this time was already honoring the divine feminine, then Saint Germain, Archangel Michael, I said, okay, so I came. And I could choose the size of my body. I could choose where I wanted to take birth. And I took birth in a country where there are multitude of religion or spiritual path. From that place, I could learn a little bit of everyone path, every philosophy, and can do the work that I do on this planet today way easier.
Now, we know that some people, when they incarnate, are born fully enlightened, but that was not your experience.
Absolutely not, and on purpose. Imagine that you have a necklace and a link is missing. That was my case. So I came with awareness because I could see, sometimes you see some lamps in the ceiling. I could see beings of light since I can remember. I could see clearly who was the goddess, who was the male energy, female energy, and I was probably about 9 to 10. I could see the feeling, different colors, different fields, and sometimes nearly white. And then a few things happened in my family. I was 5, I was 3, I was 7, where, one example, my father will take me into the cowshed or in the forest. There was no electricity, of course. And then I'll find myself in the dark and I'll be so scared. I will cry. I did not know that my dad was watching me all this time, that he brought fears to surface, whatever fear was there. And this goes on for several occasions. My parents will create this, but I find that out. I think I was in Europe. I was maybe 25 or 26. I learned because in my culture, when we are born, the pundits, like the priest, will look at the time and say everything. So whatever they said to my parents was like, I have to go through some fears, and they have to take me through this. And they did. And there was another circumstances where it was my birthday, And there was a tradition in the house, like for a month, they put a gift there. So I know next month is my birthday, so I know this is for me. Okay, so I'm prepared. And on the day we opened the gift, my mom asked me to give it to my sister. And then my mother said, "Do you love your sister?" I said, "Yes, I love my sister," but I was not ready to give her my gift. And she said, "If you love, give." So that was part of my initiation, if I can say so. And another thing, I will run, I will take food from inside the house when nobody sees me, and give it to those who were outside who did not have enough food. So all this is part of on my island and freely. And I did not get married like many Indian girls as well, because my dad asked. But that was planned. I did not know that at that time. Like they will come to ask for my hands, and my dad will ask me, "Do you want to study? Do you want to get married?" And he will say, "What's the pro? What's the cons of everything?" So it's a beautiful life.
And what would you say is the benefit to having had to experience those fears?
To be closer to the human nature, to understand how the human mind, the human emotion function. If somebody said to me, "I'm afraid of something," oh, I can relate, even though it's not here anymore. But I can tap into that energy and experience it any moment. So because of this, I feel closer to the human system. I feel closer when somebody said to me, "I'm scared, I'm afraid." Somehow, and even later in life, I remember, I don't know what is God, but I say, I want to be closer to human. Mhm. And then when I study psychology, when I study everything I studied, it was easier for me to relate and to connect.
I see. So it was really planned this way. And then when you're meeting and you meet your guru, Sai Baba, Satya Sai Baba, how does that unfold for you? And what was enlightenment for you?
So at that time, nearly 40 years soon, at that time, I will be already giving lectures on panels. And it was at the time when Elizabeth Kubler-Ross will speak of life exists in the West, which was a big thing. Near-death experience, life exists beyond this world, beyond this body. In my culture, that was normal. So I started to be on many panels. And one day, when I came out of this panel, a gentleman ran to me and gave me a tiny little picture. And I look and I say, I have to meet this person. This light was so bright and like he was calling me, and I wanted to be in that picture. I think 5 days after, I was in India and I was right there in front of him. No, I was right there sitting, waiting for this picture to come out. And when this being came out, the first thing I say to myself, I say, what am I doing here? This is an African, because you have this huge hair, African hair. What am I doing here? And everybody is like loving him, and it's not my place. And of course, he came and sat in front of me. There was nobody between him and me. And he I said to myself inside of me, I said, I love Jesus, I love Krishna, I love Babaji. What is this? This is not for me. I'm ready to leave. And there was maybe 50 or 60,000 people sitting there. And then he transformed himself in Krishna with a flute. And then he turned into Jesus. And I'm like, oops. And I bow on the ground, the earth that was there. And that was it. I knew on that day what I'm searching, I've found. What I was searching, I remember then saying to Master, I will go, but I need somebody who's pure love. I need this. I can't live on this third dimension, on fourth dimension there without this love. I want this. So here the love was. And he transformed me completely. Very often I will say to all of you, you come from a different galaxy, or you come from a different universe, or you already are enlightened. Yes, we can be ascended masters from another civilization, another century, and then came with a piece of forgetfulness so that we can remember, and going through these energies, we can understand others around us. Like, for instance, my guru will say, be the self, love the self. I still do not think he knows what the issue, psychological issue that people goes through, because he came as divinity, as God, as source, and he sees only source everywhere. And I see the benefit of being into that awakening and into that enlightened state progressively, even though sometimes it just came like this, but progressively, because mostly my children were babies at that time. So he said to me he would not take me into that state instantly, but for me to be able to teach in the future and do my practice. It was fantastic, fantastic way of seeing how the consciousness of human, you see, because we are all energies, energy can rise up or lower, higher, lower. We can do everything with energies with us. So I learn all of it. And of course, in that, remembrance of other incarnation will come to surface, which will be used also to serve others and myself.
So when you reach this enlightenment state with Baba and the oneness, did you know what you would be doing to, like, do you get it all? Like, it's like, oh, now I'm going to be doing this and this and this, or consciousness continues to expand and expand and expand?
It keeps expanding, but at the same time, the moment it happens, it's like, imagine you're wearing a thick black sunglasses. So you see everything tinted with that black, thick sunglasses. And the sunglasses just drop. Everything is different. Then I saw, oh, this is not real. Oh, and then if I think of something, it happens. So I am the one creating my reality. Oh, so I went into these moments, nano moments, I should say, of amazement. And at the same time, I'm continuously becoming bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And then Baba came to me physically in front of me from his gate and said to me, now you have two choices. You can be in that bliss forever, or you can be in action. It's like a razor blade. That's how thin it is. And I chose action. And actually, on all my cards, you will see divine presence in action, compassion in action, living will in action, divine will in action. All this is, I took action. Now, why did I take action? Why did I take action? Is because Master already showed that path to me. Mahava Attar Babaji showed me the cellular structure work, the DNA work, the longevity work. He showed me everything, how we can transform our physicality. And if you will accept to remind me one day to share what happens to me in Abydos when I was in Egypt last month or this month. So all of this start to, like a piece of puzzle. So you see, I can't even say past lifetime today, because everything is a puzzle. Like when I give darshan, you come for darshan, I see the puzzle, and it just have to click, and you know yourself differently, and click, you know yourself differently, and it's absolutely amazing, amazing, and it's a discovery. Even though I was experiencing my different incarnation in that nano moment, I did not know I was going to be what I am and do what I am now. This I did not know. I think no matter what consciousness level we are at, we don't see and know everything. I think it's on purpose. I could say my guru kept it for me and give me drop by drop every now and then. The beauty that I discover about masters, whether it's Mahavatar Babaji, whether it's Padmasambhava when I was a Buddhist, or whether it is Master himself, is how devoted masters are to us. This, I could cry sometime when I just think how much the devotion is so strong.
So if we think about Mary Magdalene with Master Jesus, when they were together, did she know the role she was to play when she first met Master, or when it began to unfold, or is it like one step at a time, one choice at a time, I might say?
Both. But first, at a young age, there will be dreams like flying in the air, dreams of a light body, not knowing that it's herself, light body moving, light body with another light body, and merging and coming out and merging. These are dreams. Or these are, for instance, when I was 12, 13, I was sitting in a grapefruit tree and I went into a state, but I did not know it was meditation. Now it's on the website called Stillness Meditation. The same thing happened. Dreams or visions, suddenly something just passed by, like a deja vu. Until it was a time when Master was in India, a lot of energy, a lot of traveling, because now the soul has already connected. The grandmother of Master and the mother of Master will take care of Maria Magdalena with initiation, with sound. The Hathor was involved. Isis was involved. Sophia was involved. But not always away 100%. So both was involved, some knowing, some not knowing. Definitely she knew she's to marry him, and he knew he is to marry her. That definitely is a yes. There was no other man, no other women. I could spend hours on this topic.
Share some more, whatever you want to share.
It was not always easy. It was not always easy because those male around at that time, the feminine did not have any power. What Master was doing was building up the empowerment of that feminine energy, building it up. Together with this, Maria had already her empowerment, her own energy from different incarnation. And grandmother Anna was initiating her at the same time. The sound that was coming into her brain was also from the Hathor. So all this ancient Egypt was coming to support, to uplift, to enlighten, to awaken all these energies. So more and more she's in tune with that, and more she's in love, and he's in love. The beauty, and I say this to all those who work with me, when both of the couple's life or the intimate lovers are on the path of light. Because no matter what us to enjoy, to have a meal together in silence, to have a meal, just the two of us, the two of them, to have, to just be together. First is the light. First is, what do we do to enhance our energy? And then sit in silence and all the information is coming. And by the way, Maria was never a prostitute, just an apartheid here. There was a lot of money in her family, a lot of colors, silk, beauty, grace, elegance. There was nothing about what the church, I'm pleased that Vatican has finally acknowledged her as a saint. And everything was about seva, service. The disciple of Maria Magdalena are very powerful women. She built them from nothing. Yes, some of them were prostitutes. Yes. She built them. She made them feel the value of life, the presence of the I am, the presence of the Christ, the presence of the Father. Now, at that time, the Father, remember, Master went to India. He has a guru there. Maitreya, his guru, when he speak of the Father because this is Baba. We say Baba. So all this knowledge will surface every now and then, or even with meal. And then she will start healing. And then his healing power will enhance because she knew how to support him to step into his dharma. Very important was the dharma of Master. Whether it's healing, whether it's showing to people what they were doing, which was not in alignment with divinity, with source. And the message of Master is still valid, so valid today in the Indian culture, which is honor your Atma. Be enlightened through your Atma. You are an enlightened being. Be that. Manifest it. Trust you. Love, service, this selfless service. This Master taught us all of this silence. I love spending my time in every day. I have my silence. I arrive in Belgium from France today, and I arrive in silence. I was doing sacred fire ceremony in India in silence, only after a certain time. All this when Master will take his 40 days, the respect, the beautiful respect of the energy around him. And we hold that space, protect him in a way so not everybody will come. So it is a beautiful path, which is the path of enlightenment. Really, really today I say to all of you, be what you know Master is yourself, because we are entering a new phase on planet Earth. In that dimension now, it's the quantum dimension, it's the light dimension, it's the oneness dimension, it's the enlightenment era, if I can say so. And this feminine energy is extremely important because all of you ladies, you know what intuition means. All of you. Those of you who are mothers, you know what it is to feel your child at a distance. Maybe they're uncomfortable, maybe they're hungry, your breast is ready to feed. Oh, you know what is intuition. This is the time, not feminist, but feminine. And balance the Christ and the Divine Mother within you. The masculine divine on your right side, the feminine divine on your left side. Allow both to merge, which will allow your corpus callosum to be enlightened, to be bright and brighter, and balance both hemispheres of your brain. This is the new human, and thus the new earth.
Beautiful, Ma. Mm.
Your enlightened masters start to think like masters. I invite all of you, no matter what has happened in your life, I'll give you this energy before we end this program for you to allow yourself to expand. If any healing needs to be done, I promise you, this healing energy will serve you. It will come. It will, I will say, awaken your healing power. I will simply trigger or activate your own healing power. And you have a being around you, in all you, your quantum DNA that I call the intelligent body. I will bring this energy to you verbally in the next course or videos. And today I will ask this being to be present for you. So you can have this new consciousness. Your body is a great intelligence energy vehicle, pyramid, and allow it to serve you. Whatever emotion, let's say somebody has hurt you, I say to you, just for one moment, let's say it's okay. It's okay. And come to me. Allow me to hold you. Hold you. Place your head on my chest, where my heart, a source is beating for you. And let everything dissolve. To find yourself, to find you, the real you that I know you are. You are not your body. You are not your thoughts. You're not your emotions. You are not your titles. You are not your actions. You are gloriously source itself. And my love is here to serve you, to know who you are.
Sima. I just have one more question. Can you clarify for us this? Many people will be speaking about they're seeing Mary Magdalene, having experiences of Mary Magdalene, or they might be in the lineage of Mary Magdalene. Is there a template? Is there something going on the planet right now that people are really tapping into Mary Magdalene? It's like it's all over the planet right now. What's going on? Can you enlighten us?
That's correct. Of course, in the West, it's like this right now. This energy started already with the Vedas when they brought all the goddesses and the divine feminine. But now it's happening in the West because this is the time for the feminine divine to be expressed. Imagine that there's this fireworks and these sparkles are going everywhere. So everybody, gents and ladies, by the way, will feel that feminine presence. Any one of you can channel her, any one of you. The energy of the divine feminine is everywhere. Now, why Magdalena? Because she's the strongest, latest on this planet. If we go further, it will be Isis. It will be Sophia. But let it be, because the Bible is here. Now that the Vatican has accepted her, her energy is everywhere freer. In church now, we are speaking of Maria Magdalena. Yes, because of that divine feminine. Now, every culture, Kuan Yin, for instance, Kuan Yin energy is everywhere. It's softer, it's more compassionate. Now, Maria Magdalena was very masculine and also very feminine. If she didn't bring this masculine energy, she could not have played that role by sitting firm with the male disciple and fight to exist in a world of men. And then with her power, because it was so balanced, she could create her own how do I say this? Her own satsang, her own, let me look at an English word, her own ministry. Because of her power. There was none before that. So again, what do we see? That elegance of knowledge coming into through the heart, through the pineal gland, and through the intuition with this trinity built up. And now any one of you can sit in a moment of silence and ask, Maria, Maria, Maria Magdalena. And you can give her any name you wish. She will hear you. And you will feel these goosebumps, God's bumps, as I say, in your body, a little electric feel, and she's listening to you. Now you have to tune to her frequency to receive her messages as well. So it's very beautiful. Everything is beautiful, what's happening right now. And your soul is delighted also at the same time. The moment you tune in with a divine feminine, your soul says, yes, this is the time for this, and come to you and pour into you even more and more.
Was Magdalena a lineage before Mary Magdalena? Like the divine
yes.
mother was always a divine feminine, but sometimes there's discussion that the Magdalenas are like midwives. They come in when there's work to be done, the baby's to be born.
Always. She's been there in many different forms. Always, yes. And to do the work, yes.
And that word Magdalena it's not her last name. It doesn't just belong to her. Well, how about if you take us through an experience of tapping into the energy of Mary Magdalena with you?
Lovely. Lovely. Let us just sigh. Sigh so we can blend our intellect, our mental body with our heart. And simply relax everything from the brain to the toes and welcoming life. Welcoming love. Welcoming light as you. Welcome the light as you. The light that you are. And for that, we open our heart. We be so grateful to our body vehicle. Think of this body for a moment. Feel this body. You ask it to sit, it sit. You ask it to eat, it eat. You ask it to shower. It does everything. How many times have you thanked your heartbeat? So let's do that now. Let's thank our heartbeat. There is this field around the physical heart. Very, very. I invite you to even close your eyes so your senses go inward. You may even visualize your heart, your physical heart, and offer your gratitude, this attitude of grace to your heart, thanking your heart for beating from the moment it started its first beat to now. And love that magnetic field so that it expands and be in touch with your heart chakra, this vortex of energy, this civilization. We are in this chakra. Every civilization we go through a different chakra. And we've been in the heart, we'll be in the heart for a while, and we will move to the throat chakra, where we will be able to say, I am divinity. I am source. I am God. I am light. I am love. I am that I am. I am all that is. I am. Yes, just allow. That's it. That's it. I can see your field from here. You are so beautiful. You are so beautiful. This membrane in your heart chakra is thinning itself by itself because you are allowing yourself to be loved. To be loved. Allowing yourself to love life itself. Welcoming life in all the cells, in all the molecules. Welcoming life in its fullness, in its full spectrum, in your DNA. The breath of life, the breath of source, the breath of all that is. Each cell is hearing you, is feeling you. And the cells start to pulsate a different frequency, vibrating a different frequency, simply because you are allowing. Expansion as you enliven as source, pulsating this consciousness. That's you. Keep your eyes closed. Face your hands towards me, towards my hands. Magnetic field, waves from source. Your right hand face your left hand. There's this energy between your hands. You can create anything with it. It's from source for you as you place it anywhere you wish. on your body, it will enter the cell, the mitochondria, the DNA. You are the light. You are the pillars of light of consciousness for the shift. You are the angelic energy in your human form. And I honor you for being here. I offer my gratitude to you. And the grace of life will fill every aspect of you. May it be your subtle bodies. May it be your physicality. May it be all your organs, your pineal gland, your antakarana. Welcome. It's with deep, deep love, great respect, great joy that I thank you all for being here on this planet at this very moment. Welcome.
Thank you, Sima. Thank you, everyone. Om JJ Sima. I honor the divine feminine in you and in me. Thank you.